that you see.
Chill, wait a minute. Pine cone or pine box, and they trying to put you in it. You're gonna need your juju bushes and mantras to fix this. Use a fire breathing technique to fortify your defenses. But who, what, where, when? Somebody you think is your friend. Stay away from street corners around the hour 11. Visualize yourself walking at night, encased in light. Heed not this counsel, you will reach heaven. But I'm only 23, I got no enemies. All I do is spit similes. Why would anybody wanna injure me? The nature of the threat to you, my son, is no injury. These dudes trying to injure me. Listen to me, says if you properly turn on your light, you'll raise up out of the sphere of danger, darkness, can't overshadow bright. Man, it's a damn scam, use a damn sham. If not, you just stand, get the hammer, go blam, blam. Fix your eye, young, and if not.
So, now, we're going to talk about why divination. The reasoning faculty is, is one of the greatest faculties that God gave us. The ability to peer into a situation, look at it from all angles and, derive an understanding of what to do, based upon what we see. But sometimes the reasoning faculty will encounter a situation that causes it to have to see around the corner, right? And, the reasoning faculty, as great as it is, it just can't see around the corners, you could be looking to get married to a particular individual, and you don't know that maybe in a year or so this person may develop an illness. If you were to talk to God about the situation, the oracles will be able to tell you that. That's a situation that you just can't reason out. You can't figure out that situation. You could be, a manager or a boss in a particular position, and you have to choose between two people. What's going to tell you who's better for the job? Shekma Ram, for our men, would always use this analogy, and that would be, who's better for the job? The one with the experience and no schooling, or the one with the schooling and no experience, right? Reasoning is not going to be able to tell you that. Thank you for that, Shekma. So yeah, basically there's certain circumstances where reasoning, though great, is not quite good enough. And if you're interested in knowing the truth, right, then you go ahead and throw those bones, right? Additionally, when we think about why divination, right? When you think about the tools of the religions that we have out here, right now, I'm primarily, I'm talking to everybody, but really, I'm thinking about my people. I'm thinking about folks who call themselves black folks. The primary religions that we've had over the years have brought us only to a certain point, and we have to be real about how far we still need to go and how far we've actually come via those spiritual focuses, right? And then me myself, when I look at it, I say that well, there's a lot more we can do. There's a lot further we can grow, and then I look at the tools that these religions develop, right? The tools that they have at their disposal. And primarily, you have the book, right? Whether it's the Quran or the Bible, you have a book, right? A book with the laws in it, right? Which you read, right? You interact with it through your left brain, which is the faculty of externalization, right? So, in saying that, it's only going to go, so deep into the psyche, right? When you're talking about the left brain. You also have prayer, right? Prayer is, basically one-way communication with God. Prayer is when you sit down, you close your eyes, you ask God a question, you talk to Him. You say, God, well, what's this about? Or God, I really need this. Give me this thing, this woman, this money, or whatever it may be. And then you look for it to happen in your life. And again, that's the left brain, the left brain communication. And then we have sermons, right? The preacher man stands up and he talks his thing, he breaks it down, and we're listening to that, right? And that's still the left brain thing, where we can only go so deep with employing the left brain, right, on these spiritual questions, which are inner level questions, right? To go deep, what you need is to employ the right brain, the right hemisphere of the brain. This is that faculty of intuition, of clairvoyance, of introspection and navigating basically the inner planes, right? The left brain is something. It's our tool for navigating the world, whereas the right brain is our tool for navigating the inner world. Right. So one of the tools that you really need in your arsenal, if you're to be a spiritual person, is meditation, right? Because meditation, now is when you get to communicate with God and hear God communicate to you, right? Meditation is when you place yourself in that trance state and you are dealing with your subconscious, right? This is the way you affect your behavior. This is why hypnosis works. You find people that go to some doctor and they put them in a state of trance, and all of a sudden they don't want to smoke no more. Well, there's a way you can do that yourself. I've done it. And that's through meditation. Through meditation, you're able to actually work out the kinks in your spirit and develop habits that you want to see, or remove habits that you don't want to see. So this is imperative as a tool. And and lastly, probably one of the greatest tools is divination, the ability to actually ask a question, right, to God and receive an answer from God. Logically, that's the best place you want to be. You want to have the ability to actually talk to the Creator. From there, you're able to prove the existence of a higher power. That's pretty much what a lot of us are here for. Not everybody, not all of us are really looking to go into life that deep, but many of us are. And so talking to God is one of the tools that make all this whole life thing, a real good trip to be on. You have a reason now for your faith, right? You have something to put your faith into, versus blind faith, right?
I'm divine, this I know. My astrology, I was released from a bottle. I look to the sky to reveal what's really real. The God inside of me can see what God will. My astrology, I come to life with a strategy. Learn my lessons, advance in my God pedigree. Manage to control these planets because now they master me. I'm free, I'm here for self-mastery. Born in November, next to the winter, it was cold. Adrenaline pumps the blood, the brain cells causing the thoughts to overload. The Trinity over the head next to infinity makes me bold. Same time, Saturn across.